KNON 89.3 FM in Dallas and Fort Worth, the voice of the people.
Business owners, tell KNON's listeners about your business. You can put your business or event on KNON. KNON currently has space available to run announcements for you. Tell KNON's listeners about your goods, services, nightclub, concert, or event. Help keep the voice of the people on the air while putting your information on the air. KNON's been named the #1 radio station in Dallas by both the Dallas Observer and D Magazine. Put your business with Dallas's #1 station. Call now for more information at 214-828-9500, extension 227, or extension 233. For more information, go to KNON.org and click on the Run Spots on KNON page. It's a great way for your business to support community radio while letting more people know about you.
Good morning. We have new music this morning. Thank you, Annie.
Good morning. It's the Workers Beat. The number here is 972-647-1893. That's not our usual music.
No, totally threw us off, right? I was like, oh, God, on air. Okay, ready to go.
Okay, I guess this will be the country music version.
Yeah.
Then of the Workers Beat.
Thanks to Annie.
Thank you, Annie. Today there will be a panel on workers' rights and the annual ice cream social. Today, August the 10th, from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at North Haven United Methodist Church. That's 11211 Preston. It's 11-211 Preston at North Haven. 3 speakers, including me. The sponsor is the Dallas Area Christian Progressive Alliance, and the number for them is 214-333-7577. And the point of it all is worker justice. Okay, there will be this evening a candlelight vigil for justice for Clinton Allen. That'll be at 8 p.m. tonight at the Rosemont's Apartments. That's where he was killed. Warmack Branch Library. No, wait a minute. At the Rosemont Apartments, 3303 Southern Oaks Drive, 75216. And on Facebook, it's Justice for Clinton Allen. Clinton is Clinton and Allen is Allen. There will be on August the 14th, celebrate Social Security. I'll be at that. And make sure we keep it. 2 p.m. Wednesday, August the 14th at the Betty Warmack Branch Library, 760 Barden Road in Grand Prairie. It's right off of Robinson Road, 75052. That's for celebrating Social Security and make sure we keep it. The Texas Civic Engagement Table will meet on August the 13th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Center for Community Cooperation, 2900 Live Oak Street in Dallas, 75204. Andrew Willis Garces, TCET's program manager, will be leading the meeting. On August 24th, there's a bunch of stuff.
Man, I'm telling you, you're wearing me out.
There's an uprising. There
is an uprising.
People are starting to move. August the 24th, the Dallas NAACP Martin Luther King Freedom Fund Scholarship Banquet. To get tickets and can participate, call Clara McDade at 972-225-8030. You can also email to cmcdade cmcdade58@yahoo.com. That'll be at 6 o'clock at St. Philip's School and Community Center, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Dallas. That's the big fundraiser for the NAACP, I believe. On Monday, August the 26th, Women's Equality Day, sponsored by the League of Women Voters of Irving. Speakers, Dr. Elba Garcia, the Dallas County Commissioner, District 4. You're supposed to RSVP. You can't just show up for this. You RSVP to Barbara Doyle by email to bdoyle0329@verizon.net. And here's her phone number. Call Barbara Doyle at 214-683-8230. And that'll take place at North Lake College Campus, 1081 West Shady Grove in Irving. That's for Women's Equality Day. You know, I think next year is going to be the year of the women.
I think you're right.
Do you think so, Bonnie?
Yep.
I think women candidates should be really thinking about taking a shot in 2014.
Because if we ran stuff, everything, we would not be in this mess.
Oh, I have this one. I have the one you were just talking about.
Oh, you
Bonnie.
do? Okay, good.
August the 28th, Let Freedom Ring, bell ringing, 50th anniversary of I Have a Dream. Bell ringing at 2 p.m. on August the 28th. Here in Dallas, a memorial is tentatively planned for Thanksgiving Square in downtown Dallas. Thanksgiving Square is at 1627 Pacific Avenue, 75201. That's 2 o'clock on Wednesday, August 28th. And you know what happened on August 28th, but I'll let Bonnie tell you.
It was the March on Washington, 50 years ago.
And you said there were going to be something out at Friendship West.
At Friendship West, there's going to be a service at 7 p.m., I believe, at Friendship West. And it is to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington.
Will the pastor be there?
As far as I know, yes, sir.
You haven't heard Frederick Haynes speak?
Yeah, I have heard.
You darn sure ought to go.
Yeah, Freddie Haynes is a real powerful person. I'm sure that there will be lots. I'm almost certain that Pastor Stovall will be there. Dr. Rieger may be there as well. It should be really, really great.
So we're commemorating the 1963 March on Washington for jobs and equality.
Jobs and equality. Yes.
March on Washington for jobs. We all call it the Martin Luther King March now, but actually he didn't even organize it. It was A. Philip Randolph, the union man, who organized, who inspired it and got it started. And then a whole bunch of people, Bayard Rustin and others, helped organize it. And Martin Luther King kind of stole the show. Yeah. Because he had the best speech, and
he really wasn't even supposed to speak that day.
Really, he wasn't.
Until like right at the very end, almost. They were like, "Hey, we really."
For a guy that wasn't prepared, he sure.
I know
did.
he sure did do good, didn't he?
Did good.
Whew. I wish I could do that off the cuff, don't you?
We need you to make a pledge.
Yes.
Call us at 972-647-1893.
And we have stuff.
Save our radio station. Now we're not going to beg. Okay, we'll beg.
Well, a little.
972-647-1893.
And Gene, I looked at for this last week. KNON lost 9 shows in 2012. So, yeah.
We didn't lose them. When you say you lost them, it sounds like, well, they got misplaced.
No, they didn't get misplaced. They got canned.
They got
fired.
The radio station kicked them off.
Tell you, it's a bummer to get fired from a volunteer job.
This radio station is the voice of the people.
That's right.
And if the people don't care what you're doing, and they don't, and they can't show that they're listening and that they care to keep you on, then you just go on. Yeah. It's fair. Because it's community radio, and if you had a program, if this program, for example, was just boring people and they weren't interested in what it had to say, then it's got to go the way of the dinosaur.
And we had a good week last week. Lots of folks called and pledged, and we need you to do that again this week. 972-647-1893. I want to thank all the people that did call in last week and the week before and did our pledge and gave us a pledge. But if you've done that, thanks. But if you're waiting out the pledge drive, just sitting on the fence, you might just wait out the existence of the show.
Yeah, Workers Beat has to prove that people are listening and that people care about worker justice, which is what we talk about.
That's right.
I didn't even finish all of the uprising. This is I don't know if this is actually the revolution occurring at the 1st of September or not, but it's getting close.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, August the 31st at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Texas Theater, 231 West Jefferson Boulevard in Oak Cliff, Dallas. There will be a panel discussion. It starts off, it's a whole bunch of stuff, but it starts off with a panel discussion starring Congressman Mark Vesey. And we're also going to have a very, very popular labor figure who is the AFL-CIO attorney, Rick Levy, who is generally held to be the best speaker in the labor movement in Texas.
He's awesome.
Yes, he is.
He is awesome.
And
love you, Rick.
Really big, handsome guy. I talked with him yesterday, and he will definitely be there on the 31st at the Texas Theater. After that, we're going to have a Labor Day March. It's going to be the first Labor Day March, I believe, since the 1940s.
Wow.
And we will march down to Oak Cliff Methodist Church, which is only about 8 blocks. Because, it's August. We don't want to march across town.
No,
we don't want to march
really
to
don't.
White Rock Lake from Oak Cliff.
No.
But we're going to march down to the Oak Cliff Methodist Church where they have a picnic area, and we'll have hot dogs down there, free hot dogs. The whole thing is free. It occurs to me that since we're holding it in the Texas Theater, people might think they have to buy tickets. But they do not.
It's not.
We already got it paid for. The Texas Theater is paid for. So come on down, join us, and that will be kind of our staging point for the first Labor Day March since the 1940s. And that's not all. You also get, if you if you pledge to KNON at 972-647-1893, you also get an annual Labor Day picnic indoors, free tables available for clubs and candidates. They provide chicken and hot dogs, bring desserts and side dishes to share. This is the Democrats.
Yeah.
Noon to 4 p.m. at the Catholic Czech Hall, 4930 Military Parkway, Dallas. They do that every year.
Is that on the?
You know, the first time that they did it, they had me come and sing.
Oh,
and
really?
That didn't work out.
Oh, well.
So they never
You
asked.
weren't invited back to sing
They
the
never
next
asked
year.
me again,
Okay.
and it's been very successful since then. 972-647-1893 to get to make a pledge and keep us on the air, keep us announcing things like this.
Yeah.
Thursday, September the 5th at 5 p.m. Stand Up to Walmart at 6185 Retail Road, Dallas 75231. I think that's a Walmart store. Anyway, we're going to have a rally there that's on Thursday, September the 5th. Then on Tuesday, September the 10th, is the first day to file for precinct chair for the 2014 Democratic primary. And the person to call, I guess this is for Stand Up to Walmart. The guy to call is Sonny Martinez, 817-437-8501. 817-437-8501.
He's a great guy. He's from an awesome labor family.
Handsome young man.
Yes, he is. His dad is
But he's not in the United Food and Commercial Workers.
No, he's not.
That's
He's just
surprising to me.
He's awesome.
Because a lot of the United Food and Commercial Workers are the ones that help the Walmart workers the
Right.
most. Of course, many of us do. But Sonny Martinez is from the Machinists.
Yes.
And his dad also, who's uppity.
Yeah, he just
in
got
the
a big.
Machinists
He's a
Union.
big dude
Just
in
got a
Washington now.
Big promotion.
Woo!
He's the vice president of the whole union.
Yep.
And he just sent out an invitation for everybody to show up for this August 31st thing
Oh,
at the
that's
Texas Theater.
awesome.
Yeah, because when we march, we will be talking mostly about low-wage workers, including immigrants, and the march will be led by the Walmart workers. And
Cool.
that's on August 31st at the Texas
Oh, I
Theater.
can't wait.
10
We have,
o'clock in the morning.
and on Monday, which I believe is
Yeah, Monday is actual Labor Day.
actually Labor
September
Day.
the
Yes,
2nd.
September the 2nd, and there will be the Texas AFL-CIO Labor Day breakfast.
Right.
The tickets are $25. It's going to be at the Rodeo Hotel
we can't
Conference Center. So, if you're interested, call in Mesquite.
Out by the rodeo grounds in Mesquite.
Yeah, and call
But we
Jim.
can't sell tickets on
No,
KNON.
but you can, if you're interested, you can contact that office.
Yeah, it's 826-4808. 214-826-4808
There
to
you
get
go.
tickets for the
Yeah.
Labor Day breakfast. Now, that's an annual affair.
Yes.
Really big. And one of the things they do is give out the Labor's Hero Award. And
You won that last year.
I was Labor's Hero for last year. I guess I'm a has-been now.
No, yeah, you were. I have never seen Gene at a loss for words. He was totally and completely caught off guard.
I don't mind telling you that was a high point in my whole life.
Oh, that's so cool.
To be recognized for having done something for working people is amazing. 972-647-1893. It ain't about me. It's about you. We have to keep this station going, and we have to keep KNON sponsoring the Workers Beat. They'll can us in a New York minute.
Been there, done that. I got canned from here. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, you have to show.
If you can't
it's
show
not-
that people listen,
It's like in church where they say you can't just believe in the God. You have to believe on God. You have to do something.
do something.
You can't believe in elevators. You have to believe on them if you expect to get up another floor.
And we have stuff to give away this
So
time.
believe
too.
on KNON and send us
That's
a
right.
pledge.
And we got lots of stuff. We have this Public Interest Pictures presents Broadcast Blues. Emmy Award winner Sue Wilson has been involved in the media for over 20 years. She has made a documentary called Broadcast Blues, and I I have 2 DVDs to offer as a premium. $40 pledge will get you the DVD. A $70 pledge gets you the DVD, a T-shirt, hat, or apron.
Good deal.
Yeah, and then we also have Where the DJs Roam. That's a documentary also. In the late 70s, as corporate interests took firm hold of the music playlists in radio stations across the country, a group of DJs relocated to the small mountain town of Bozeman, Montana. And they had a college community-owned FM radio station.
Another group of them came to KNON.
That's right. A bunch of them came here.
Those DJs on KNON, they pick their own music. And
That's right.
Other places, corporations pick it for you.
That's right. And this is a unique radio station because you don't hear the music anywhere in this city that you can hear on this station. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Each person, and there's about 100 of them.
Oh yeah.
Picks their own music and plays what they want to play. And here on Workers Beat, we talk about what we want to talk about.
Yep.
KNON does not say, here, talk about that and guide you there, and don't talk about that. We talk about what's important to working people. 972-647-1893. Please call and make a pledge. I got some good news.
You do?
For a long time, people thought there wasn't any good news.
I know, because you never brought any.
Well, to tell you the truth, there wasn't much.
Well, that's true.
It was pretty dark from 1947 to 1995. It was pretty dark in the labor movement, and it started to come out of it now. The 1.3 million member United Food and Commercial Workers rejoined the AFL-CIO.
Yay!
So
oh man, that is awesome.
That is a big step toward healing the wound that was created when there was a split, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And United Food and Commercial Workers and some other unions went out, left the AFL-CIO flat, and decided they could do things better. As it turns out, I don't think they have, and the United Food and Commercial Workers has come back, which delights me no end because the United Food and Commercial Workers, especially Local 540 here in Dallas, is a very, very progressive union, standing up for all workers, not just their own members, standing up for immigrants, standing up for the Walmart workers, standing up for justice wherever they can.
Angela Walker's awesome. She is one of the most active persons I've ever met.
I think you're confusing her name. It's Angela Johnson.
Angela Johnson. Angela Walker.
Her local is 1,000.
Okay.
Their headquarters is in Grapevine, and Angela Johnson's a very big influence in the Labor Council. We'll be back in a minute. In the meantime, get your pen out, write a check to KNON, and call 972-647-1893.
You are listening to KNON 89.3 FM Dallas Fort Worth. Pledge now. Call 972-647-1893 now to make your pledge.
When they're gone for good. This is Scott from KNON's Texas Blues Radio telling you don't miss out on some great blues. KNON's Texas Blues Radio Volume 5 Blues CD. It's a CD put together by real blues fans for real blues fans like you. Texas Blues Radio Volume 5 features great local blues from Michael J. and the Paul Bird Band, JJ and the Detonators, the Chris Watson Band, the Two Tones, Rough Cut Blues Band, Jeff Stone with Charlie Love, Dave Millsap, Sirloin and the Ass Kicking Machine, Tutu Jones, Blues Boy Bo, Buddy Whittington, Andrea Dawson, Kirkland James, Sonny Colley, and Johnny Red and the Roosters. Get a copy now at Forever Young Records in Grand Prairie, Record Town in Fort Worth, and in Dallas at Bill's Records. This is a Dallas Blues collector's item. A very limited amount of vinyl copies can be found at Forever Young Records, the sponsor of this great blues project. CD downloads are available at cdbaby.com. Whether you get it as a download, on vinyl, or on CD, all the proceeds will benefit KNON. For more info on Texas Blues Radio Volume 5, visit knon.org.
The Sons of Herman Lost Disc Airmen Disc Golf Association and the Gas Pipe present the first annual KNON Disc Golf Tournament and After Party on Saturday, September the 7th. The tournament will be held at B.B. Owens Park, located at 10700 Kingsley Road in Dallas, beginning at 4 p.m. There will be goodie bags, games, an ace hole contest, poker run, and more. Then, beginning at 7 p.m., the party starts at the Sons of Herman Hall, located at 3414 Elm Street in Deep Ellum, with free food and live music by Texas Slim, Jay Johnson, and All Lit Up. To register, contact me, Hippie Bobby Wilbanks, at 972-658-8577, or go to knon.org. Participants of the disc golf tournament admitted free into the after party. But if you just want to go down to the show, you can get tickets at knon.org. That's the first annual KNON Disc Golf Tournament and After Party on September the 7th at B.B. Owens Park, and the after party with Texas Slim, Jay Johnson, All Lit Up, and free dinner at the Sons of Herman Hall, presented by the Sons of Herman Hall, Lost Disc Airmen Disc Golf Association, and the Gas Pipe. This is a KNON benefit event.
Well, you know what? I know our KNON listeners are going to come through. You know what that K is for, right? Knowing what you need to do all the time. You know what that N is for, right? Now is the time. You know what that O is for, right? You own us. We're here for you. And that other N, never ending in your efforts. Come on. That's KNON.org. Hey, let me sing you your anthem song right now for this hour. 972-647-1893. Hey, in a few minutes, I'm going to try to rap that. I'll be back with you in 2 and 2.
Welcome to the bluegrass version of the Workers Beat. 972-647-1893. We should be trying to be serious.
I know, right?
We're trying to raise the money to keep this. Right. We do have one pledge.
We did.
I brought one in when
you did? Okay, thanks, Gene.
So we do have one pledge.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for you to call 972-647-1893. Call and make a pledge. I just announced the good news that 1.3 million member United Food and Commercial Workers has rejoined.
God bless you, my friend. God bless you. Goodness.
They have rejoined the AFL-CIO.
He's so excited.
But here's some bad news. The bottom 20% of American workers by income, which is 28 million workers, earn less than $9.89 an hour,
oh, my Lord.
According to the Economic Policy Institute, which is a liberal research group. That translates to $20,570 a year for a full-time employee, and that's poverty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like below poverty.
It's 20% of American workers, and when you figure children, it's a lot more than the percentage goes up a lot more. Because poor people have more kids, I guess.
Well, you figure 26%. Well, and I guess that's what the legislature wants, is for people to have more children. Because, now that the law's passed, all the clinics across Texas are going to close. So there's going to be less availability for women's health care and contraception.
So we'll have more poor children.
So we'll have more poor children.
This don't ever bother the rich people, because they've always been able to get health care for women. Right. They can just, if they need to, they go to New York, where they have good health care for women.
That's right. They
just get on a plane and go to New York and get what they need. And when they come back to Dallas, or back to Texas, they vote against women's rights. And this business of poverty for children is the saddest of all. One statistic that I memorized years ago, that it's unfortunately still true: half the children in the world do not have enough to eat. Keep that in mind. You may not be able to remember 20% of this or 22% of that, but half the children in the world do not have enough to eat.
25% of children in the state of Texas do not have enough to eat. 25% of the children in this great state of Texas go to bed hungry every night.
972-647-1893.
I promise you, folks, you are not going to hear this kind of information anywhere else unless you subscribe to radio. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, you're listening to this for free.
It's true.
You need to give us a call, 972-647-1893. Go to knon.org. Do whatever you need to do, but get some money in here so that this station stays on the air and remains a viable voice of the people in this city.
You know what would be so cool is that if the Walmart family would just chip in, because
You read my mind.
I would love to see KNON start paying salaries. Wouldn't that be
Wow,
something?
wouldn't that be awesome? You mean we could like get paid for coming in here on Saturday?
You know, I have found out that other radio stations pay the people that are, that
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
And
what a
people
novel
that,
concept.
People that give the news and all that.
Yeah, they get a check.
Yeah, and people
Wow.
that spin the platters, all the stuff that happens at other radio stations is paid for, which of
for.
course means that
Wow.
they are owned by big corporations.
There you go.
But at the same time, if the big corporations like Walmart could just spare a little bit, maybe
Pocket
KNON
change
could start
would be
paying
good.
salaries.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
we're
all work.
good doing this for free.
We all work for nothing. Even Annie's working for nothing. She's running the board over there, and
And doing an awesome job, I might add.
we're all working for nothing. We're working for you.
That's right.
We're working because we care about whatever it is that we're doing. The people that are doing the bluegrass music on KNON are doing it because they love bluegrass music, and the people that are doing
Latin energy?
Latin energy
Latin
music,
energy? It's because
they're
they
doing
love
because
it.
they love it, and because they care about the people that are listening.
That's right.
And that's true of us too. Our topic is worker justice. We talk about worker justice here on the Workers Beat all the time, and that's what we care about,
That's
and
what
we
we
hope
do.
you care about it too. If you don't get if you don't call 972-647-1893 and keep us a pledge, then maybe we won't be able to keep on doing it. Somebody called and left a note, but did they leave a pledge?
They're going to call back with one.
Oh, good.
Okay.
That is right on. So the note was for you, Bonnie.
Okay, where did you get
Where'd you get your statistics?
Statistics on 25. Well, 25% of the kids in Texas live in poverty.
I see.
So there it is. When you live in poverty, there's a good chance you're going to go to bed hungry.
Is that from the CPPP?
Yeah, whatever.
The committee for too many P's.
That organization for
Public
I think-
policy
Public policy.
problems or something like that.
Yeah, I think concerned. What is it? Public citizen. I think.
You can look up CPPP on the internet,
Yeah.
and you'll
Just-
find those statistics.
Yeah, Bing, Google, whatever.
Yeah.
You figure it
It's
out.
not about statistics. It's about people.
Yeah.
972-647-1893. In my opinion, the way we are going to get out of this muck and the way we're going to start feeding the children and taking care of others and being humanistic about taking care of people is by organizing.
Amen, brother.
So that's why we talk about unions so much, and why we talk about organizing drives, and we talk about helping the Walmart workers and stuff like that, because we have a solution in mind.
That's right.
We're not just up here prating on about, complaining about the things we don't like and bragging about the things we do. There's a point to our madness.
Yep.
How does that go in Shakespeare? He has a method to his madness.
A method to his madness.
The method to our madness is that we think that people could get organized and that life would be better.
Yes, because we have to work together to break the circle of poverty.
Mm-hmm.
That, I believe, is the answer to everything. If you break the cycle of poverty and lift people up out of the throes of poverty and drugs and crime, it's going to get better all the way around.
And we didn't just make this up. The historical precedent is there. Just about every good thing about life in America came from organizing. It came from working together. Social Security is a really good example, because I'm really hot on that one because I'm a retiree.
Right.
Unemployment compensation. We didn't used to have that. We got that after we got organized and fought for it.
That's right.
Family Medical Leave Act.
That was
came about
1992.
That came about recently, and it came
Yes.
about because we threw ourselves into that election. Really
That's
worked
right.
hard on organizing and getting people to the polls
To
that
polls,
time.
that's right.
So getting organized is the only hope that poor people have. It's not just our best hope; it's our only hope.
It's our only hope.
And it is the way forward. It's historically shown to be how we get up out of the mud. If the bosses had their way, you'd be working until you dropped You would have no retirement. You would have no days off. You would have no Sundays. You would have no Mondays or no Saturdays.
No weekends.
No weekends at all. And you would be barely making enough money to survive. And actually, they would like to pay you even less than that.
Yeah.
But the way the laws of economics work, they cannot pay you enough, so little that you'll starve to death, because they have to have you. So they would pay you enough for you to just barely survive.
Which is $7.25 an hour.
I don't even think you can survive
I don't
on that.
think you can. I don't think you can
survive on that.
No.
But think about slavery. See, the slave owners kept the slaves alive.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them
they
just barely
fed 'em,
enough
that's right.
to keep them alive. They demeaned them in every way.
Mm-hmm.
They treated them in completely inhuman ways, but they did keep them alive. So that's what the bosses would do. If they had their way, they would barely keep you alive and just make you work until you dropped.
Until you dropped.
And do everything else for them too, and sacrifice all of your principles and ambitions and everything else. So if to get away from that, to do something else, you have to organize.
Amen.
And you could help us help you. 972-647. You knew I was leading up to that.
I did.
I was leading up to making a pledge to KNON. 972-647-1893.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, and it's important.
It is important.
It matters. Maybe we don't matter so much. Maybe they could get somebody else to do the workers' beat. In fact, Bonnie and I didn't always do it. The workers' beat goes way, way back to the beginning of KNON, because KNON's always been committed to being the voice of the people.
That's right.
But it may not be us, and maybe you don't even like us. That's okay. 972-647-1893. Keep worker justice on the air as a part of KNON.
Gene, last week we talked about the informational picket and the rally at AT&T on Tuesday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was absolutely off the chain. We had over 100 people at the rally.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, his wonderful self, he videoed the whole thing. I know it's on YouTube. Y'all, it was great. Now, we only walked around the block a couple of times because it was really, really hot. So we found this really nice shady spot on the sidewalk that we continued our rally for an hour.
And what was the point of the rally? What were you trying to get at?
Internet Services is currently in contract negotiations. AT&T Internet Services, they're in contract negotiations. It is not going well. In fact, they're not even talking. So
the company's just not talking.
Not talking at all. So we wanted to see if we could get their attention and get them back to the table and get these folks a contract. They've been working without a contract since July the 14th.
It would be nice to think you could just ask them politely.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? But
politeness doesn't work with greedy people. Greedy corporations don't care how polite you are.
Well, and the CEO of AT&T makes 376 times more than the average worker.
And that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot
He or she is really knocking it down.
That is a lot of money.
376 times more than the average worker. So if the average worker made
$20 an hour.
$20 an hour, then he's making 20 times 376 an hour.
That's right. That's right.
I can't even.
I don't know. It's a lot.
It's like over $60,000
an hour.
An hour. So.
Think
about that.
I've never seen him in an attic in the middle of summer installing UVerse for a customer.
Yeah.
I've never seen him taking calls from irate customers upset about whatever. We're the folks on the front line, the employees. Those are the ones that do the job that make it a profitable company. So,
it's going to be more profitable now, too.
That's right.
People are calling up UVerse right and left because they want to see under the dome. Apparently, there's a big fight between the cable company and CBS television.
Oh, and it's on CBS.
But I don't know if UVerse, I guess, it still has CBS, right?
Yes.
Because the cable company in Dallas doesn't. And they are running full-page ads in the morning news and blaming each other and getting in a real cat fight about it. And meantime, everybody else is going out and buying television antennas or getting UVerse so that they can still see their program.
$7,520 an hour.
$7,520
Dollars an hour.
That's what the guy makes.
Yeah.
And he won't even talk to you about trying to get a decent life.
So 40 hours, like if he worked 40 hours, which, right.
You're going to multiply that too?
That's $300,800
a
week.
And if he only worked 40 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. 972-647-1893.
Wow.
Spend something. Maybe he's listening, and he could give us a tiny part of that to keep KNON on the air.
Hey, man.
972-647-1893.
An hour's pay would be great. We could take that. An hour's pay would be awesome. We'll take that.
We only want 1 hour's pay?
1 hour's pay. I mean, really. Cool. That would
with a couple of weeks.
That pretty much bump us up a little, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but if he paid a week's pay, we could.
Man, we could
start getting salaries.
We could shut this. We could shut this pledge drive down right now and kick it with something else.
Or they could hire somebody that's really good for these jobs.
No, they can't. That's one thing. You can't replace the passion.
Oh, well.
You can't replace the passion.
So you're saying that even if KNON had money, they'd still have Bonnie and Jean
think so.
on the workers' beat?
I think so, because I can't think of two more qualified people to talk about stuff.
Well, what do you think? 972-647-1893. Call us and make a pledge. And
if you're shy, you can go to knon.org. Just make sure that when it comes to the point where what show, put workers beat, please.
Yeah, when they ask you what your favorite program is, you have to fib and tell them it's the workers beat. Otherwise, we won't get credit for it. The station will still get the money.
That's right.
Which is good, and we're for that.
That's right.
But it's not going to help keep us on the air.
We want to.
You can also just write a check and send it to 5353 Maple Avenue. 5353 Maple Avenue, Suite 200. I don't know what's so sweet about it.
It's sweeter than where we used to be.
Maybe it's number 200. 5353 Maple Avenue, number 200. And the zip code is 75235. 75235. That's for people who just want to write a check and send it in. And I am so happy when they do. And now we're taking a break. I'll be right back.
Got a good thing going. Me and Jesus got it all worked out. Me and Jesus.
Recycle Revolution is a local recycling collection service and community drop-off center. They collect and accept all traditional recyclables, including paper, plastic, aluminum, cardboard, and glass, as well as TVs, computers, lamps, light bulbs, batteries, ballasts, and styrofoam. They offer collection services to apartments, condos, and businesses. They also offer a community drop-off located at 1703 Chestnut Street in Dallas. For more information, 214-566-3025 or recyclerevolutiondallas.com.
This is William, your videographer for the KNON talk shows. You can watch Workers Beat by going to knon.org website. Click on schedules to the left side of your screen. Choose Workers Beat's page. Scroll to the bottom of the page, then choose your favorite show to watch or download. This show will be ready for viewing by lunchtime Tuesday. Have a great day.
I keep waiting for Fats Domino, but
he's not here today.
We don't have Fats Domino today, and the reason is because somebody misplaced the music. But that's okay. We have pretty good music today.
Annie's she's kicking
Annie's
it.
a musician herself.
That's right. You should be playing your music.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
Call us.
That's right. You can't do that. We can't play our own music here because that would be wrong.
Call us and make a pledge at 972-647-1893. Let's see what Marjorie has to say. Good morning, Marjorie. Thanks for calling KNON.
Good morning. I just want to caution y'all about any kind of pledges from the fat cats, because as soon as they give you even 50 cents, they're going to start dictating what you can and cannot say, and it will just be just like all the other radio stations that run ads, and I think you get the picture. But I want to make that point.
Thank you so much, Marjorie.
You think if Walmart really did call with some of their millions that we'd start kissing up to them?
Yeah, but it would then be all in their agenda, and they would no longer be the voice of the people. That's why I pledged last week, and it's going to take something from everybody.
That's
right. What I'd really like to see is more programming of this type, and because social media works well with young middle-class folk, but radio reaches more immigrants, it reaches more people in poverty, and this audience is just as important as folks who pretty much grew up with the internet, and so that's why this is important. And everybody who isn't actually in abject poverty needs to pledge something, even if it's just $5.
That's right.
All right.
Marjorie, we could not have said it better ourselves. Thank you so very much.
Okay, could you repeat the event at North Haven Church?
Today at North Haven Church at 3 to 4:30 p.m., North Haven United Methodist Church. And here's the address. This is kind of long.
Yeah, I know where it's at. So it's 3. Okay.
It's 11211 Preston. It's on the corner of Preston and North Haven.
Okay.
And that will be sponsored by the Dallas Area Christian Progressive Alliance. That might have been their music we just heard. Me and Jesus.
Okay, possibly.
Me and Jesus have a special deal.
That's good.
214.
And I guess, go ahead.
Well, the number for them is 214-333-7577. That'll be today at 3 o'clock.
There you go.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Marjorie.
Okay, and I'll get other information on Wednesday at the Social Security event. I'll see y'all there.
All right. We'll look forward to it.
Okay.
I know that, Marjorie, and she shows up.
Yes, she does. She was at the informational picking on Tuesday. She sure was.
That's how you get on my radar.
Yeah.
Is to show up at something.
That's right.
To do something. I enjoy people who talk, and I appreciate people who talk, but I'm not a very good listener. I'm only interested in the ones who are actually going to do something.
Do something.
I'm more interested in your feet than I am in your mouth.
That's right.
So I want to know if you're going to walk with me, you're going to hit the picket line with me, and that sort of thing. 972-647-1893 is how you can
pledge to our show.
This is how you distinguish yourself.
Yes. Stand up.
By being somebody who cares about other people.
Step into the 10% of the people that are listening that actually pledge.
Mm-hmm.
Step into that 10%. Let's make it 20%.
Now, some people might think that there's a boycott of Kroger's and Macy's, but the Texas AFL-CIO said they have not called such a boycott.
Oh, no.
The reason is because it's kind of a scandal. Kroger's and Macy's got lobbied. They lobbied the governor to make sure that the Lilly Ledbetter Equal Pay Act did not get passed. They did not want equal pay for women. So people are mad at them, and they're saying, well, there's a boycott. But as far as I know, there has not been a boycott called, at least not by the Texas AFL-CIO. Now, Walmart says they create jobs, but this came from the AFL-CIO blog. It says, using data from more than 3,000 counties, the results show that when a Walmart store opens, it kills an average 150 retail jobs at the county level, with each Walmart worker replacing about 1.4 retail workers.
Wow.
And that's true. You know, they say, well, we provided jobs, but it's true that a whole bunch of other jobs had to die for them to create those jobs.
Those great jobs that pay an average of $8.81 an hour.
Yeah, when you can get hours.
When you can get hours. Because most likely you're going to end up with less than 32 hours
You're
a
not
week.
going to get that $8.32 times 40 because they're not going to let you work 40 hours.
No, you're darn sure not going to get 40 hours.
And you're going to be in fear all the time that the boss is going to cut your hours.
Don't believe the hype, man. I know that they're running commercials with the young African-American man talking about what great opportunities he's had at Walmart and blah, blah, blah. That is not the norm.
No.
That is not the norm.
972-647-1893 is the number to call, and keep the workers beat on the air, and keep this kind of information flowing, because it's not going to happen. You're not going to get this from the corporate media at all. One more thing about jobs is sequestration, is in effect. So the government is cutting jobs right and left, and if they repealed it, according to the Economic Policy Institute, if they repealed sequestration, it would add 900,000 new jobs in a year. And those would be pretty good jobs, too, working for the government.
Yeah.
So that's the situation on jobs. 972-647-1893 to make a pledge. Were you going to tell us what you can get?
Man,
we
have a brand new black and gray two-tone Dickies work shirt. It's a button-up shirt with 2 pockets. It's really cool looking.
Is that black?
Yeah, it's that black and gray one right there. That's pretty cool. And that's a $100 pledge. So that's a really cool shirt. But we also have the black or white T-shirts with the 30-year anniversary. This is our 30th year on the air, from 1983 to 2013. That's about the time that I moved to Texas, to Dallas, was 83. We have a cute, super soft jersey, short sleeve, heather purple, with a black logo. That's a $50 pledge, or a $90 pledge will get you 2 of them. We have a new black and silver e-reader / iPad carrying case, which that's pretty awesome looking too. It's got little slots in there you can put stuff, and it's really nice. That's a $50 pledge, or you can get 2, one for you and your kid for $90. We got coffee mugs, we got coffee, we got 6-pack coolers, umbrellas.
Do they still have those
caps.
chairs?
Yes.
That you can get.
So.
You get a chair for an outdoor concert. Yeah, it folds up. It actually rolls up, and it just makes a nice little roll, about 3 feet long.
And it has a little carrying case with a handle.
Well, it's got a little handle.
Yeah.
So it's not really much trouble to carry. And then when you unroll it, you can make a chair out of it.
And we still have those. Those concert folding chairs are $100, or 2 of them for $150. That's
and it has
great.
2. I think it has 2 cup holders.
Cup holders on it. That's right.
That's what my wife wants to know is about how many cup holders does it have?
Isn't that funny? Because that's why I bought the car that I bought.
Because it has more cup holders?
No, because the cup holder, my cup actually fit in the cup holder. The other car, it wouldn't fit.
So,
I mean.
So you carry your cup holder to the car dealer?
I have to carry my cup to make sure that my coffee cup fits in the holder. It's
972-647-1893. Have you ever stood in front of a plant and begged for money?
No.
We did that. When I was fired back in 1984 and 85, we stood on the plant gates every Friday with these little plastic buckets, and we call them our begging bowls.
Wow.
And we did this I did it for 13 months.
Oh my
That's how long I was fired. It's embarrassing. And some people that you actually know, like there was this one guy that I thought was a friend of mine, and he came and he ruffled through his pockets, looked at his billfold, stood there for a long time, made a big show of it, and then put 2 cents in my begging bowl. And I had
that's his 2 cents worth.
I had to take it because of the situation I was in. We'll do strange things to try to win.
We will,
struggles.
but you know what?
The good news is, though, we did win that.
Well,
struggle.
you did win. That's right.
Yeah.
And it may have taken 13 months, but you won.
Yeah, it was a tough fight. 972-647-1893. KNON loves it when you pledge and when you stick behind the station and stick behind the workers' beat. We can't say enough about how important it is to get the workers' point of view out. Now, I'm not trying to say that we're good at it or that we're better at it than somebody else. I'm just saying we're the only ones that do it.
Right here in the big DFW Metroplex,
everything that you hear comes from the corporations or was approved by them. It was either directly engendered from the corporations, or at least it was approved by them. Every disc jockey, every newscast, every movie that you see, every book that you read, every blurb that comes out was either came from the big corporations or it was approved by them. And
We don't
I don't
have
think
that
I'm
here.
overstating that one bit. You may agree or you may disagree, but I don't think it's even slightly overstated to say that corporate America controls everything you hear.
Pretty much.
So
Pretty much.
there are a few exceptions, and KNON's one of them.
Yep.
972-647-1893. And here's another tidbit, another interesting thing from the workers' point of view. This is good news too. The Travis County Commissioners Court has approved a plan to maintain the county's Public Integrity Unit, which investigates public corruption and other state level cases, in spite of the veto of their state funding by Governor Rick Perry. See, Governor Rick Perry was afraid that they were going to investigate some of his campaign supporters, so he cut off their funding, and he thought that was the end of it. But the county has come back.
That's hysterical.
This is in Austin, Travis County.
Love it.
And they have come back and said, well, we'll fund it ourselves. And it still has the constitutional responsibility to investigate public corruption. So look out, Rick Perry and your campaign
cronies.
contributors, because you may very well get caught yet.
That is so funny.
And that other one, that big scandal over the cancer thing, they think they've put that away now. They've got somebody else running it, and it's going to start giving out the millions of dollars again.
Oh, boy.
And if it goes to Rick Perry's campaign contributors again, as it did in the past, it's going to raise the interest of the Public Integrity Unit. Here's another blurb. Something that you may not have ever heard of is called ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange Council. It works in secret to push state-level policy to more extreme levels. These are the ones that wrote the Stand Your Ground law in Florida that ended up killing Trayvon Martin and caused his killer to get away with it. ALEC writes anti-union, anti-worker legislation and pushes it in the various states. And that's why we find the same legislation being pushed in a whole bunch of different states at the same time, is because there's this very secretive, very dark, nefarious organization called ALEC. And the organization has a particular focus on pushing new laws that attack working families and undercut the rights of workers, both in the workplace and in retirement. That's bad news, but it's good news too, because people are finding out about it.
That's right.
Because they've been doing this for a long time.
A long time. They've been around for a number of years.
Yeah.
And this is really the most publicity and kind of calling them out that I've seen. I've actually seen some protests online all across the country with get ALEC out of politics and get ALEC out of our pocketbooks and things like that. I mean,
make them come out.
Make them come out.
Make them come out and admit who funds them.
Right.
Because it's the Koch brothers and
Exactly.
other people like that that are anti-worker people. Big corporate owners. The best advice, some of the best advice I ever got in politics came from a school teacher. He was a Chicano that I met at a school teachers convention one time. And he told me in Spanish, las cucarachas no quieren la luz, which means the cockroaches don't like the light. And
That's right. That's true.
If people knew what ALEC was doing, if the light were shed on ALEC, it would not last long. And I'm hoping it won't last long now, because we are starting to get some light on them.
Yeah.
And that's the point of the Workers Beat program too. It's true that Bonnie and I don't take a gun and right all the wrongs. We're not the Lone Ranger in Tonto or anything.
No.
But we do shed light on bad practices.
That's it.
And on good practices too. And the cockroaches do not like the light. So you might want to memorize that. It's a pretty good slogan. It's a pretty good way to remember what's important about keeping this radio station going and keeping the Workers Beat on the air.
Right.
Cockroaches do not like the light. In other words, when people are doing crooked, dirty things, they hear about it here. When we publicize that here on KNON, it helps to cure problems.
To turn the light on.
The light has a sanitary effect.
That's right.
And it's not only our program, but the program that follows us, Jim Schutz, Get Off My Lawn. Schutz is the master of exposing the cockroaches. He's the master of exposing
He's very good.
the bad things, particularly in city government. With us, it's more about the corporations and the effect that they're having on workers,
right?
Worldwide, nationwide, and whatever. But when Jim Schutz gets on, it's very, very specific about city government, local government, where he digs up evidence and sheds light. Right. And the cockroaches don't like the light.
And David Taffet that comes on Lambda Weekly, that comes on at 11 is just he's
nobody
just
would
phenomenal.
find out anything about the LBGT community.
That's right.
If it weren't for what KNON does. I mean, who else?
Lambda Weekly's been on for a long, long time.
And who else hosts a program like that?
I can't think of anything.
Nobody but KNON.
Any place but KNON.
So call us and keep us going.
972-647-1893, KNON.org, or 5353 Maple Avenue, Suite 200, Dallas 75235. It is 75235.
You had it
the
memorized.
hospital district. That's right. That's right.
We're right behind Parkland. Just in case anything happens.
Yeah, it's close, I mean, they could really carry us over there if need be, but we have to keep us on the air, keep other programs on the air that you like. We want you to pledge to our show, but if you listen to something else, if you listen to some specific music program, you want to keep them on the air too. I have on my Latin Energy shirt, which I really like. These guys are awesome. The Latin Energy review that we had, gosh, it's probably been 10 years ago. It was incredible. It was at Annette Strauss Square. There was probably, 15,000 people there over the course of the day. It was phenomenal. And KNON loves doing stuff like that. But we need you to help us. So that's why you need to call and pledge or go online and pledge.
972-647-1893. If we're not here and if you don't want to call, you can send a check to 5353 Maple Avenue, Suite 200.
And just put a note in there as to what, if you want a premium gift of some sort, just put a note in there. Go online and see what we have and put a note in there. And they'll send you your premium gift. And don't get impatient. It will come.
I didn't get the zip code out. 5353 Maple Avenue, Suite 200, Dallas, Texas 75235.
That's it.
We appreciate so much that you listen. We appreciate so much that KNON lets us come on and talk about worker justice. And we'll be back next week.
And if you have, you can look at my Facebook page. I'm going to get all these events that Gene has talked about today. You can go on my Facebook page and take a look at them. Next week.
KNON 89.3 FM in Dallas and Fort Worth, the voice of the people.
Business owners, tell KNON's listeners about your business. You can put your business or event on KNON. KNON currently has space available to run announcements for you. Tell KNON's listeners about your goods, services, nightclub, concert, or event. Help keep the voice of the people on the air while putting your information on the air. KNON's been named the #1 radio station in Dallas by both the Dallas Observer and D Magazine. Put your business with Dallas's #1 station. Call now for more information at 214-828-9500, extension 227, or extension 233. For more information, go to KNON.org and click on the Run Spots on KNON page. It's a great way for your business to support community radio while letting more people know about you.